Coming up on the Raptor Report, we'll be talking with an outstanding student athlete and the star guard on the MC men's basketball team, Eli Arnold. Hi everybody, I'm Michael Brown and this is the Raptor Report. And on today's show, we're talking MC men's basketball with one of just two returners to this year's squad, star guard Eli Arnold. Eli, great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Eli, let's get to know you a little bit. This is your first time on the show, so let's help people get to know you a little bit better. First of all, where were you born?
I was actually born in St. Martin, Netherlands Antilles, and moved to the Virgin Islands when I was about 6, and that's where I grew up.
Okay, so when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing basketball about the 4th grade. I was about 10 years old, so pretty much a long time.
Yeah, and you've been playing ever since, obviously.
Correct.
Now, when did you relocate to the United States?
I relocated to the United States in 2013, July of 2013, after I graduated high school.
Okay, so you played high school ball down in the Virgin Islands?
Correct.
Okay. What was the name of your high school?
Charlotte O'Malley High School.
And was that did you guys have a good team?
We actually did. We had a few championships when I was there, 3 years, but my final year we actually fell to our rival school, Ivana Yudorican. So yeah, I walked away with a loss.
Yeah. I bet that still bothers you.
It does. I
bet it does. So what brought you to the United States?
I was seeking opportunity pretty much. After high school, you know, basketball, it was good, but I didn't get as much exposure as I wanted to. So I went to Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia, my freshman year with hopes of walking on and possibly earning a scholarship to pay for my education.
So how did it go there?
There, I mean, they did express interest. They told me they wanted me to come back, and then they decided they won't move forward with me, and that's when I pretty much left basketball alone from then.
So where did life take you after Liberty?
After Liberty, I decided to join the Navy Reserves. So I was like, college was too expensive. I had a big bill over my head, and I was like, I'll use the Navy to help me pay for schooling, you know, polish my personality, you know, who I was, you know, improve my character. So, you know, just to prepare myself for life. So I joined the Navy Reserves, and that's where I've been ever since.
Okay, so you've been in the Navy Reserves for how many years?
Going on 4 years in January.
And what kinds of things do you do in the reserves?
In the reserves, I'm currently a mechanic. It's called a construction mechanic. So I work on tanks, cranes, Humvees, tractors, trailers, and you know, any mobile equipment.
So do you get a call up, like, how often do you have to go to active duty?
Active duty, I probably spend like two to 3 weeks in a given year, but there's training throughout the year where I'd have to spend 4 days every now and then, and my regular training is 1 weekend every month, so I'd spend 2 days every month training.
Wow. Okay, so man, you've got a busy schedule.
Absolutely.
Man, I'll tell you, there's not a whole lot of downtime.
Not at all.
So after the Liberty University experience, you found your way to MC. Did MC find you, or did you find MC?
It was kind of shared. It was a shared interest. I was working at Path to Rock Basketball Skills Academy, which is located right around the corner here in Rockville. And White Chocolate, he's known in Maryland for street ball. He played at Bowie State, and him and Coach Wise are actually great friends. And he asked me if I want to play basketball again. I told him, no, I was done with basketball. You know, after Liberty, I was just working. You know, Navy, I had a lot on my plate. So he told me, you know, you should probably go. You still got some skill. You definitely should return and give it a shot. I said, nah. He was like, I'm giving him your number, and you're gonna show up. So I was like, okay. He gave Coach Wise my number, the active assistant coach. Coach Wise reached out to me in the last summer of 2017. So I showed up to a workout, and he was like, I want to bring you on board. So that's how it happened.
Wow, wow. So Jamal, a friend of Jamal, and for those of you who don't know, Jamal is an assistant coach under head coach Keith Bird for the Raptors, and had quite a basketball career himself.
Correct.
started at Paint Branch and also went on to the University of Rhode Island to play Division I ball. So, all right, so now you're at MC, you're playing guard. You play both the 1 and the 2, the point and the shooting guard. And your head coach, Keith Bird, was a point guard.
Yes.
How is that relationship? Is he tougher on you, do you think, because he was a guard?
I do think so. Because, you know, whether I'm doing right or doing bad, you know, he always sees areas I can improve. If I'm doing good, he sees areas I can improve. Being that he was a point guard himself, he coaches as if he's the one playing. So he puts himself in the player's shoes, and he's like, you know, this is what I would have done if I was in your position, and then it helps a lot. It helps polish my game a lot. So he just, you know, he's pretty tough. Being that he was a point guard, you know, being the 1, he can't really speak about being the 5, you know. So,
right.
Yeah.
But you, what I'm gathering here is that's helped you a lot.
It has.
Yeah. Eli, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be right back with more from Eli Arnold on the Raptor Report.
We don't all start in the same place, but we all deserve the same chance. Montgomery College graduates rise up and say, I am MC. If you came to MC to find a new career path, were born in another country, or if you have children, education empowers you to make an impact on your life, your family, your community, and the world.
Welcome back to the Raptor Report. We're here with Eli Arnold, star guard on MC's men's basketball team. Eli, let's talk about last season. That was your freshman year here at the college. You guys had a terrific year. You won the Region 20 championship. You went to nationals in upstate New York. And in the opening game, you guys knocked off the defending national champion, which I think surprised a whole lot of people. As a freshman, what was that season-long ride like for you?
The season, it was a pretty long season, so it was very interesting to say the least. And you know, just trusting Coach Bird, you know, trusting my teammates, it helped me coming back from, you know, being away from the game for 3 years. You know, exploring new talents. You know, just seeing the way the game was moving forward. But we had a lot of successes due to, you know, the trust between the coach and the coach-player trust. You know, Coach Bird, you know, the maestro, he just tells us what to do, we follow, and you have good music. So with that, we were able to excel. And then going to Region 20 championship, being my first championship ever in America, it was pretty good. I was excited about that. And then having district being here at home, it was a whole lot more fun. You know, in front of our home crowd, and it was just fuel for more. And then going up to the national championship, the opening game, we were just riding on that energy. You know, all that adrenaline. You know, the excitement of being District 7 champions and Region 20 champions. You know, we just exploded in the first game, and it was a miraculous experience for me, so I pretty much enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was a great season. Now, now this year you're back as a sophomore, one of just 2 returners on the team. I assume you've been asked to undertake a pretty heavy leadership role. Yeah. How's that working out for you?
It's not bad at all, being that, you know, I have a lot on my plate already. It's just, you know, I'm used to taking on a lot of different tasks. So being tasked to, you know, manage just 4 players, he's breaking it up into 3 captains, you know, 4 players under each captain, and, well, 3 captains and, you know, a few players under each captain. It's allowed us, well, it's taken some of the burden away from me, but at the same time, I still have to, you know, oversee the whole team and make sure everything goes well, being that, you know, I'm the point guard, I should be lead naturally. So it's been not much, it's been okay. I won't say it's been a burden, but I do enjoy the task. I do like the challenge. So. Well,
you guys are a very young team, obviously with just 2 sophomores, you and Freddie Harris. What do you think of the makeup of the team? What do you see as the potential for this team?
The potential, right now we're set at 4-2, which I think we're better than. And the potential is it's an open road. The freshmen, they're poised, excited about coming to play and playing here at MC. And when you put them in, they do exactly what they're asked. Unafraid, and they go at anybody. So I think we have a lot more potential.
Let's talk about your style of play quickly. You play either the one or the two. You're a very aggressive player. You're a speedy player. Which position do you prefer out of the one or the two guard, and why?
I prefer the one because I've always been a leader. I was actually a quarterback in my high school as well. I played high school quarterback, so I've always had to lead, and that's something I take personally.
And the point guard is really almost the extension of the coach out on the floor, right?
That's correct.
And of course, having a coach who was a former point guard puts a little extra onus on that.
That's true.
Yeah. So, do you consider yourself as a point guard? Are you a pass-first point guard, a shoot-first point guard, or does it depend on the situation?
It depends on the situation. If I'm needed to score, then that's what I'll do. But if I see the open man, I'll make the extra pass and just point guard play. Whatever I see is fit is what I'll do. I'll go ahead and execute.
All right, let's go back to talking about academics. You are an outstanding student. You had a very high GPA as a freshman. And you were during the break, you were telling me how your academics, the major that you've chosen is based on your Navy experience.
Correct.
Tell me about that.
So I was actually, when I first started school back in 2013, I was an athletic training major. I was, enrolled in sports. I was just, I was so absorbed by sports that I chose athletic training. I wanted it to be a part of me all my life. But after joining the Navy, I explored the world of mechanics, and I'm a mechanic in the Navy. And after that, coming to MC, and just being a mechanic, that was my full-time job before joining, and it's my job in the Navy. And then I was just like cars, engines. I was like, I just can't keep away. So I went ahead and I did some soul searching. I went ahead and changed my major to mechanical engineering, and ever since that's what it's been.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a real pleasure having you in here today.
Thanks so much.
To learn a lot about you. I learned a lot about you today I didn't know before we sat down here. So best of luck to you and the team the rest of the season, and best of luck in the Navy, and best of luck with your academic career too.
Thank you so much.
So folks, before we go, I do want to encourage everyone to follow Raptor Athletics on social media. On Facebook and YouTube, it's the Raptors MC, and on Twitter and Instagram, it is MC_Raptors. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MC_Raptor Voice. Eli, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
And thanks to all of you for joining me today on the Raptor Report. We'll be back soon with an all-new show.